Hello, good morning. Today we are going to address probably the most asked question when it comes to stock market investing, okay? Which is how to start investing as a complete beginner. Because whenever you're a beginner, you know that your highest priority is to survive the stock market because you have the money, but you don't have the experience and knowledge yet. So you are trying to figure out this investing game, okay? And you don't want to lose money. That's all you don't want to do. You want to start investing, you want to start making money, but you don't want to lose money, okay? So today we are going to address that. My name is Yasha, bro. This is who I am. And I help people increase their cash flow while reducing the risk when they are investing. So the first link in the description is going to take you to my website over here. And then when you click here on start, this is going to take you to a free consultation meeting with me where we can basically meet each other and talk a little bit, and then I can teach you the strategies that helped me to accumulate enough money in 2.5 years to basically just quit my work and focus on my own business. If that's something that you want to do as well, I hope to see you soon, bro. So now let's go. There are three main strategies that you as a beginner can start using right now to start investing in the stock market, okay? The first one are mutual funds. The second one are so-called Warren Buffett stocks. This is the term that I came up with. And then investing in the SP 500 index. So mutual funds is the strategy that I started. This is how I started. Basically, I went to Google, okay, and then I wrote mutual funds Slovenia because I am from Slovenia. And then here you can see there are a ton of mutual funds that you can start investing with, okay? The one that I started is Triglav Skladi. So if you're from Slovenia, I recommend you using Triglav Skladi. I am not affiliated with them. Nobody paid me shit to mention them, so don't worry, okay? This is just from my experience. Basically, what mutual funds are, they are companies, they are institutions where you go and then you give them money and then they invest that money in your name, okay, for you. Basically, they are asset managers, investment managers, portfolio managers, whatever you want to call them. They are people who invest money for you, okay? And the strategy that I recommend you to do is to start investing with the smallest investment possible, because the lower the money that you invest, the lower your risk is, okay? This is just at the beginning. At the beginning, I also didn't know how to invest, so I decided to invest the minimum amount that was required with Triglav Skladi, which was 40 euros per month, so that I could see how the stock market works. I could see how investments work, basically I could see how the whole concept of the stock market investing works, okay? This is how you start. You start with smaller steps, and then the more comfortable you get, the more you start to increase your investments, okay? I started with 40 euros, but then before quitting my job, I was investing around 500, basically 30% of my salary, okay? When I was working in Liechtenstein, I was investing also 1,500, 1,600 euros per month, because that was the amount of confidence that I had in the stock market because of those smaller steps at the beginning, okay? I went from 40 euros to 1,600 euros and then back to 500 because of lower salary, because I lived in Spain, okay? So basically why I recommend mutual funds is just because of that very same concept, okay? They are perfect for practicing stock market behavior. Why? Because it's harder to sell. Because whenever you are investing by yourself, you can sell stocks immediately, okay? I can go right now to my broker profile and then I can go to my account and I can sell stocks at this exact moment. But with mutual funds, it's a little bit more complicated because you have to ask them to start selling, you have to fill out different forms, you have to then wait that they sell, then you have to, I think you have to also fill out some documents like why you sold and so on and so on. basically the process of selling is way complicated, and then people are usually lazy, so they don't want to go through that. And then they decided, okay, it's so complicated, it takes so much time, so I'm just not gonna sell. And it's that simple, okay? And then because they don't sell, they see their own behavior when the stocks are in minus, okay? Because you will see whenever you start investing in the stock market, when your stocks start to go below zero, when they are basically falling and you see negative numbers, you usually start to panic and you would start to sell the stocks, okay? But whenever you have mutual funds, it's very hard to sell because of those additional processes, of those additional documents that you have to fill out, okay? So this is the perfect practice to start selling. I mean, to start seeing how stock market works, okay? Another thing is stock market investors are usually very experienced, okay, when it comes to stock market investing, because this is their everyday job, okay? So mutual funds have people who are investing actively in the stock market, so they know, they have the knowledge, okay? So you can basically trust them that they will not mess up, because if they mess up, if they lose your money, bro, then you are going to quit the contract with them, you are going to take the money out, and they will not have profit. But they want to have profit, okay? So of course they are going to try harder to invest your money so that you can keep giving them money, which means keep giving them commissions, which means more and more profit for them, okay? The second strategy are so-called Warren Buffett stocks. So as you know, Warren Buffett is the best investor so far because he accumulated over $100 billion in his stock market career, okay? So basically the strategy that you can start using, that I am also using, is invest in those stocks where he is investing, okay? So basically start copying him, because Warren Buffett also says himself that you should copy successful people, okay? You should copy investors that are better than you. So Warren Buffett is most likely better than you because he has more knowledge and experience than you, because he has $100 billion. So you can just copy him, okay? Now, how you can start investing in the stocks that he's investing into is you go to this website called Ticker Terminal. Let's go, Ticker Terminal. You basically go to that website, you make an account, okay? And then you go here, Track Investing Gurus, okay? And then here you have Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated. You click on that, and then this is basically the company that Warren Buffett owns. And then here you can see the investments of all the stocks that he has, okay? Those are top 25. And then among those, invest in the top 7 stocks, okay? Basically Apple, American Express, Bank of America, Coca-Cola, Chevron Corporation, Occidental Petroleum Corporation, I don't know if I pronounce that correctly, and Moody's Corporation. You have 7 stocks, bro. You allocate your funds according to those percentages, okay? And then you basically start investing. It's that fucking simple. You copy him, because if he's making $100 billion with all of those stocks, bro, then you can start earning that much money as well. You know, just copy him, and it's that fucking simple. It's very simple, bro. The third strategy is SP500. Basically, SP500 is a stock market index which measures the performance of best 500 stocks that are on the stock market, okay? Basically, if you go to SP500, its ticker is called SPY. You can see it looks like that, okay? So basically, when you see the chart, bro, you see this is the prices of the best 500 companies on the stock market, okay? And then you can just basically start investing in the stock market, bro, by investing in the SP500, okay? Because let me tell you something, bro. This strategy is similar to mutual funds, okay? You just invest your money and that's it. Invest 40 euros into SP500 or 50 or 100 or whatever amount you have. Warren Buffett recommends investing 100 per month into SP500 and then just let your money grow, okay? You see here, invest monthly and that's it, okay? Another thing that you should consider, it's very powerful, it's called stock market always goes up, okay? So if you invest 100 per month into SP 500, you will eventually make enough money, bro. You will. Why? Because look here. Stock market in the last 10 years always went up. You see, it went up, up, up. Of course, it had some stock market crashes. Of course, it had some dips. Okay, stock market crash is called dip. So of course, it had some dips when it went down a little bit. Here in 2020, it was because of coronavirus. Then here in 2022, it was because of inflation and war in Ukraine, it went down. And then here in the recent times, it was because of Trump tariffs, okay? But you can see generally it always went up. You can see all-time performance, it always went up. It had some ups and downs, but it went up. So basically, bro, you cannot lose money. And Warren Buffett also recommends investing in the stock market, especially in SP 500 if you are a beginner, bro. So that's basically it, bro. Those are the three strategies that I am still using, even though I'm not a beginner, but I still use those strategies to make money in the stock market, bro. It's that fucking simple. Mutual funds, Warren Buffett stocks, and SP 500. Now, if you want to basically have increased cash flow while reducing the risk and also being independent from the stock market crashes, so that you don't have to worry, yeah, what will happen with my mutual fund, what will happen with my Warren Buffett stocks and my SP 500 index. Or if you want to also use other people's money to make your own money, bro, again, please go to my website in the first link in the description, click start, and we are going to discuss it during my free consultation. Now, do the hard work, champion, and see you on top of the world.